real evidence of the God-Man. The only question is he here to help us or hurt us? An audio recording from September 19th.
Thank you so much for meeting with us today. We understand this is the first time you've wanted to talk about this in over a decade, so we're really honored.
Oh. Maybe this is a person going on record for finding the God-Man.
It's time.
Whoa, the animation
You
is
just
incredible.
introduce yourself and then take it away. We want to hear it all from you.
Yeah, we all do.
Hi, I'm Jonah Wiseman.
Hi, Jonah.
I am an astronomer. I
Ooh.
am the astronomer that discovered the God-Man, commonly known.
The
It's not
God-Man.
what I gave him, but it's the one that stuck.
Whoa.
At the time, I was
wonder what the
conducting
name is that he
research
gave
at the
him.
Lake Observatory as an observational astrogeologist. I was there from 1961 to 1985.
Whoa.
It was
Well, that's
October
him,
4th,
younger.
1963, and I spotted this totally strange shape, like
Yeah.
a thick semicircle. It
Whoa.
was fairly far off, but
What is
it was
that?
definitely very big. It was moving very slowly, only about 500 kilometers an hour, and after
Is that
a
slow?
lot of observations, we knew that there was a really good chance that it was on course to here,
Oh,
to Earth.
it's coming to Earth. Okay, well at least it's moving slowly, right?
The rotation of the object began to reveal to us that it was much taller than it was wide.
That thing has
We
legs?
estimated it was about 20 kilometers tall.
Weird.
And the angle that we had discovered it on was more like a top view, if you
Oh,
will.
yeah,
And
it's
as
spinning.
It rotated, it was hard to ignore that it really did, in fact, look like a humanoid.
Oh, it very much looks like a
Torso,
humanoid.
Arms, legs, hands, feet. Well, one foot, the other one broke off.
Whoa, weird.
There was a lot of debate about what to do. If something this big were to collide with Earth, it would be, be problematic, to say the least.
Oh, it'd be really
There was
problematic.
talk of nuking it.
Think about the
However, here we
dinosaurs.
had our first potential evidence of extraterrestrial life.
That kind of looked
We
like
needed
me.
more information. You know, was this a living being? Was it a corpse? Was it
Oh.
a vessel? Or just a very fancy rock?
I don't know if that's a fancy rock.
If it was living, it wasn't moving around, just statically drifting. But
Very
could it be
strange.
sleeping or in stasis? We just didn't know. And
Oh,
many folks certainly didn't want to enrage something so big if it was just
very
asleep.
fair. I mean, what if it is something
Time was on
alive?
our side, so we sent a probe.
Whoa. Are they gonna try to blow it
Sent
up?
Photos back. We were in awe.
Whoa.
This was no fancy rock.
No.
The scans and photos determined that the material that it was made of was very thin and definitely organic. The likelihood of it being alive currently seemed extraordinarily slim. And we
Oh.
could tell that there was no chance
it
would
dead?
get through our atmosphere without burning up.
Interesting.
We decided to leave it be and monitor it.
That's probably a good idea.
Over 6 years, as it inched ever closer,
Oh my goodness.
eventually, with the naked eye, you were able to see this long shape in the sky.
Whoa.
Like a stick that appeared to be about half the size of
That's
the moon.
crazy. It's just
With a
there.
telescope, you're really able to make out the length of the limbs, the head, and even the small details in the
Oh my
face.
god. Oh,
Although it
it's
had the
really
shape of a
scary
man,
looking.
Its face was more like a cross between an insect and a fish.
Yeah, it's definitely not
And then every few months, as
human-esque.
it rotated, it would go nearly invisible, only
Huh.
to reveal itself once again.
How does it
Soon
do
after
that?
he
Maybe it has
joined
like
his name,
superpowers
I
or
began to
something.
greet him in the evenings, sarcastically
Oh.
at first. Oh, good evening, God-man. But over time, with more sincerity, every night I
Wow.
was excited to see how much bigger he'd become in my lens.
Makes
As he
sense.
began to approach, we assembled a crew to send up in a shuttle to take
Oh.
samples.
That's a
We
good
needed to
idea
get
too.
up there
Because they can't
before
get
it hit
samples
our
if it burns
atmosphere
before coming to
and
Earth.
navigate a moving object. Even with modern technology, that's quite a task.
Absolutely.
Over the
Uh-oh.
next few months, he moved past the moon and now appeared to be a little taller than it.
Oh,
One evening, the God-Man was actually silhouetted by the full moon.
that's crazy
The
looking.
spectacle only lasted for a few moments, but
Yeah.
it was so eerie and extraordinary. It's truly hard to describe the impact that it had on me.
I mean, that would have had a
After
huge
so
impact
many
on
years
me.
of observing the God-Man, I began to rely on him, depend on him.
Whoa.
I was counting the days when he would finally arrive and bring with him the wondrous answers of the universe.
That makes sense. I mean, if this is your entire life's work for so long,
About what it would mean
and you don't know
when he
anything
got
about
close
him,
enough to take samples.
and he's kind of your everyday thing that you are relying on and looking at and
The shuttle
making all of your
expedition
attention and
but their trajectory
everything
was
too, then
mistimed.
yeah, you'd
The
probably
other
grow a
shot
huge
hit
attachment
200
to it.
kilometers. We had a backup shuttle, but it failed to even launch.
Whoa.
We blew our one shot to gather samples.
Oh no.
However, when the shuttle passed near him, they managed to shoot a video.
Oh.
Now, when we had sent the probe,
Oh.
it only photographed the front. But when the shuttle got up there, they found that what we had initially thought was just a
Whoa.
divot turned out to be a split all the way down his back.
Whoa.
You could see that it was completely hollow.
What the heck? Why
All
does
the
it look
God
like
Man
that?
ever was a shedded skin or a shell.
So, did something crawl out of it like a crab?
I think that's really the part that didn't sit well with most people.
Yeah, it wouldn't sit well with
They
me
wanted
either.
Answers, and it just didn't bring any.
No, I'd argue it
only
probably
made the
brought a lot more
unsettling
questions.
conclusion that there is in fact alien life of some kind.
Well, of course there is. Hi,
Who
look
left
at me.
this behind is very, very big, and now it's
Whoa.
even bigger.
Look at
We
that
can only
thing.
speculate that he most likely left it behind because he outgrew it.
Whoa, that's crazy to think about.
It entered our atmosphere. Anyone who saw it that day agrees that as it burned, we saw a color that we had never seen before.
Whoa, this is beautiful.
But I'll never forget it. This thing, 20 kilometers long,
Ooh,
burned up in entirely 6 minutes.
that's insane. So is this what a shooting star is? Maybe this is like a shooting star origin story.
I found myself almost greeting him in the evenings for a long time after that.
Oh.
Eventually I stopped.
Oh, this is so sad.
I'd only been at the observatory for 2 years when I spotted him. No one expects something like this in this field.
No,
one
not at
expects
all.
to be known as the guy who discovered alien life. I mean, at the time it was the dream, but fame for such a thing can prove to be challenging.
I feel like once you actually do it too, it
you
just
sometimes
becomes a
still
lot
think about the God Man?
stranger.
It is a hard thing to shake.
I imagine.
From when he was first spotted, the God-Man took around 8 years to arrive to Earth.
That's a really long time to be
Those 8
studying
years were
this.
some of the best of my life.
It gave
Every
him so much
single day I
hope.
was filled with excitement and joy and
It really gave him
anticipation.
something to
It
live
was like
for.
Christmas morning over and over. And as soon as he
Strange.
arrived, he evaporated nearly instantly.
Oh, that's so sad to think
I spent
about.
the next 14 years looking in that region for something more.
Oh,
More information. Another sighting. Who knows?
oh, that's so sad. You could never find it again. To be
Still
fair
keeps me up
though,
at night.
there's definitely something out there if he
Many
crawled out
people
of his
find it
shell.
scary, but I
right?
found the God-Man gave me hope. That night, looking at him in the full moon,
Oh,
it felt like someone was looking back at us.
honestly, I could really see how this would give someone a lot of peace.
We weren't alone.
Yeah,
I wasn't afraid.
it's honestly kind of beautiful in a way. Wow. Directed by Andrew Forrester, writing art. Oh my gosh, all of this. Andrew or Forrester. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. That was beautiful. I really loved that, and I feel like it tackles a lot of just issues. Whoa. That thing is so cool. I'm definitely intrigued to know more about this God Man.